Hey guys, Esper here. I just wanted to make a quick FTO walkthrough. I know there's not a lot of these on YouTube and a lot of them are outdated, and I've had a few people asking me if I would make one. So here I am. I'm just going to make this very clear that I'm not world class at FTO by any means. I'm averaging about 31 or so, so I'm doing pretty well. But this is going to be a relatively beginner-friendly walkthrough. It's not going to be too advanced or anything. I am going to be using 2-look TCP. So if you don't know that, that might be a little bit confusing, but honestly, it's very simple to learn. I'll explain it when we get there. And I'm going to be scrambling this on camera rather than like when I did with my 5x5 walkthrough, doing it before I start recording. So I know not everyone's super familiar with FTO notation, so you can follow along with the scramble if you need to. I'm also going to have it in the description if you just want to do it yourself. So it's going to go like this. Here we are. So I use the Ben Cisco method, but with 2-look TCP, as I mentioned. So the first thing I'm looking for is my white center or hexagon. So what I'm noticing immediately is I have these small white triangles and a big one here. And if I connect one of these to this red piece here, I can then connect it to this purple piece to make my first large trapezoid. So the way I would do that is I would bring this down like that, bring that up like this, and then rotate that around and connect it to make my trapezoid here. And it's important you get the color scheme of the first hexagon right. Going clockwise, it goes blue, red, purple. And it's really important that you learn that early on. It's something took me a while to get right. The way I remember it is a bit silly, but silly things are the easiest to remember in my experience. So it goes blue, red, purple, BRP, which sounds like the word burp. So that's how I remember it. It's a bit silly, but it helps me a lot to think of that. So then I'm going to hold this trapezoid on the left, and then I'm going to make my other trapezoid. Like, see, I've got my last 3 pieces here. So I'm going to just bring this down into here, and then that will push this down, and then I'll rotate this around to bring it back up. So I'll show you what that looks like. Bring that down, that creates this. I'm going to just rotate that around and then bring this back up. And then that can just be inserted on the left, like so. And that's my first hexagon. Now, while I'm doing that, I'm looking towards my first triple. So I'm looking for corner pieces that have white. I see that obviously this one's here right now. I'm looking for blue and red triangles. So I see this blue one here. So what I'll do is I'll move this out of the way and bring that round to connect it. And then my red one's here. So I'll rotate this around, move this out of the way, and then bring that back down so I can line it up and just put it straight in. And then I can see I've got blue here from my white hexagon. So I can just use an F move to move it straight there into place. Now I don't see another white corner piece from where I am right now. So I'll do a single wide move. And here's my next one. It's conveniently already got one triangle attached. So I'm just looking for my last purple one. I see it here in the back. So a similar thing, I'm going to bring this around so the purple's on the side. Move it out of the way so I can bring this up so it's ready to be attached. Bring my white triple back, and now it's completed, and it needs to go here. So that's my first 2 triples done. Now we're going to move on to centers. When you're starting, it's a good idea to start with a fixed order that you do them in. So I started with green, so that's what I'm going to start with here. As you can see, most of it's already done. And again, you need to get the color scheme that's right. I just remember that red needs to go at the front, so this is already correct. So I'm going to move this large trapezoid to the side to save it. And then my other large triangle is down here. So what I'll do is I'll bring both these pieces here. And now, kind of like a 5x5 center, I'm just going to move this out of the way, bring this around, and then move it back down. And now if I bring this back up, it will connect them. And then I can just attach that to what I already had. And that's my center done, making sure I put yellow on the top, or it's the right now. Next is going to be the gray center. This is already correct relative to each other. You can see if I have red here, it should match here. So it's blue next, and then I just need the yellow piece here. Now, obviously, I can't just bring this down because that will break the green center. So what I'm going to do is use an R prime rather, to bring this down. And then I'm going to swap it with this corner, like so. And now this is a relatively simple case where it's sort of similar to a 5x5 case. So I'm going to just move this corner back down, and now in a 3 mover I can just bring the whole thing in like this. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but that's how you do it. Obviously the last center is finished by itself, and then I'm immediately looking for my next triple, which is down here. So I will move that out of the way and then rotate this center and then fix them both, and that brings it out. Now the red triangle is already attached to this, so I'm looking for a purple triangle. The only one is here, the other one's down here, but because it's in the bottom, it's inconvenient. So I'm going to use this is a hedge technically. If I move the triple to the left side here, it's not going to get flipped when I do my hedge, but these will get flipped. So this will go to the bottom layer where I need to attach it. So I'll do my hedge, and there we go. That attaches it there. And then I'll just use 4 moves to put that in here. I obviously, again, just can't put it straight in because I'll move the centers. So I move it out of the way, bring that up, put it into the slot, and then bring the slot back down. And then lastly, I've skipped most of my 2-look TCP. I've skipped the first look essentially. So these 2 triples are already done. If you're not used to 2-look TCP, you might think this isn't done, but these colors don't actually need to match as long as they're together. And then my last one is here. And now I'm looking for one of the, I've got these 2 long bars like this. So I look for if my long bar is here, or if it's in the back, or if you've got a long bar around the front. So this is the case where it's in the front. So I'm going to do a sledge like that, and that orients the triples. And now I've just got a simple 2 swap here. And if you don't know this algorithm, it's actually very simple. Whoops. It's a case from 3x3. I'll just show you. It's the case that looks like this, where you've got these 2 flipped, and it's just that OLL. It's the exact same algorithm. So you hold it like this, do my double move. Looks like that. So I'll do one more for the video, and I'll go through it a little bit quicker this time. Again, I'll put this scramble in the description. And we'll go again. So here, I'm seeing if I attach this triangle to here, and then I can move the whole thing over straight next to this to have my first large trapezoid, like so. And then I'm just looking at my last one. Here I've got 2 triangles and the edge here. So what is convenient to do, as you can see, they're both in the top right now. If I move one of them to the bottom right like this, then when I bring this up, then the next one's already in place. I don't have to rotate it again. So I can just make my trapezoid like that and insert it, and that's my hex done. I've got my first white corner here, and I can see it needs blue and purple. There's a blue one here, but because it's already attached, that's going to be difficult to deal with. So I'm going to use this purple one to attach, which will move this blue one out of the way. So I'm going to bring the corner up, my things here, so I can just attach it like that. And then I've got this blue one, which I was just talking about. So I'm going to bring this back around, move out of the way, and then I can attach it straight away and just insert it with an F move. Now, while I was doing that, I noticed this triple here, and it's already got 1 triangle attached, and I saw the other color was red, which is very convenient. I can just bring it down and put it in like that. And that's my first 2 triples done. Now this time I'm going to start with a different color because I immediately saw this gray center is almost ready. So I can just bring this down to make my large trapezoid immediately. And then this is quite a simple case where I can just bring that up in a 3 mover to make my other trapezoid and bring it back down. And then again, put yellow on the side. Next after gray, it's orange. So I know I have to get blue next because that will match here. And then that will leave purple there, which is convenient. So I can just bring this down with 3 moves like that to make my trapezoid. And then lastly, I can do what I did in the last solve. So I'm going to rotate this corner to the bottom so it matches this, like so. And then it's just a 3 mover to finish my center. And then lastly, I need to make sure I put yellow on top for this last center. Now we're on to our last triple. I'm looking for blue and red. I see I've got 2 here. There's nothing here. If I glance to the back, there's blue here, which is convenient. So I will use a wide move to do that. And now I can flip these 2 using the edge and then attach the red to the triple like this. And now it needs to go in here. So again, I'll use 4 move insert like that. And now my triples aren't all solved this time. You can see I've got 2, but I need to pair these 2 pieces now. So if I do a hedge, it will flip this and this, which is convenient without flipping this triangle, like so. and then that will bring this round to the front. And now I hadn't done this on purpose, but my 3 triples are all matching, and you can see all my centers are actually finished when they're aligned, which means I just need a hedge to finish this off. So this purple goes here, then need to rotate anti-clockwise like so, and that will finish it off. I hope that's been helpful. Let me know if you'd like to see more, and thank you.